We're starting a new series called Building Buddy, and it's where I go over the ups and downs and the learnings of building a mobile app. So what is Buddy? Well, imagine if you had ChatGPT and combine that with a Tamagotchi. That's what you get with Buddy. Basically, it's a virtual pet that you can talk to. So why am I building Buddy? Well, it goes back to my childhood dog, Buddy. He died suddenly of a heart attack, and it was just a big surprise for us, and that kind of started everything. So myself, I use ChatGPT to basically go through the entire grieving process and just talk to it about, hey, this is how I'm feeling, like any advice for me, etc., etc. I suggested it to my mom as well, but she just didn't really find it that useful, in the sense that it was very transactional. Again, this is her first time using ChatGPT or any AI tool. So it got me thinking, what if we could make something that seems more personal and seems more compassionate, just because currently a lot of the AI tools out there do really feel like a bot. You're just talking and getting answers. So that is the inception, essentially. And I wanted to make it really personal by attaching a face to our chatbot. And so we started off by taking a photo of Buddy, or the photo that we had, and then that turned into this, which is still the logo that we use today. And then after that, I wanted to make a version 1 and see if she would like it. So spent some time building the V1, and then finally over here, this is what the chat looked like, the very basic chat. And she really liked it. So again, the next step after that was, okay, what if I could validate it and see if other people who are either lonely, sad, they just lost their pets, or they just want to talk about things that they just don't feel comfortable talking to people about, what if we're able to do that? So we ran some campaigns and got some initial feedback, and the feedback was really good. So this is when myself and a small group of team members decided, hey, this is something that we should really work on. So you might be wondering, why not use ChatGPT? Why aren't users using ChatGPT? Why are they using Buddy? Well, it's because of a real personality. So you can choose a personality that fits the friend or the pet that you want to talk to, and we're working on a few more cool features where it becomes super personalized and everyone can have a pet that really resonates with whoever they want to talk to, or a real life pet that they have. Which brings me to my second point here. It's a face that you can connect with. For me, for my family and friends, they know Buddy, so this was an extra boost, and it's different in the sense that there is something that there's a face attached to the thing that you were talking to. And okay, you might be saying, hey, but what about other people? They might not want your dog as the main mascot or the face. Well, this is an example of a user where they shared their dog, Coco, and turned that into their version of a Buddy. So it's really cool because you can just upload a photo of your dog and it becomes super personalized to you. And that's something that you don't get with ChatGPT. And finally, it checks in on you. So Buddy checks in on you multiple times throughout the day. And that's something that ChatGPT just doesn't do. So whether you have a job interview or whether you've been going through some stuff, your Buddy will check in on you like how a really good friend would. So now that you have some context on what Buddy actually is, I want to go over what we learned so far. We launched a few weeks ago and we found some interesting insights. So the biggest learning for us was that only 55% of users made it to chat with their Buddy. And given that Buddy is a chat app, we needed and we want users 80 to 90% of users to chat with Buddy. So our conclusion was that our onboarding was too long. We had roughly 25 or 30 screens, and there was a bit of a drop off for people who just didn't want to go through that entire onboarding. So that brings us to our aha moment. Basically, an aha moment is when a user first realizes why a product is valuable, and I'll share a few examples over here. So this is aha moments in different tech companies. For example, Facebook. If you connect with 7 friends in the first 10 days, that is their aha moment. So you can think of it as if a user takes certain actions, they are more likely to stay and more likely to become like a power user. So these are a few examples over here: Dropbox, Twitter, etc. So we needed one, right? We wanted to start off with something that could help us identify our aha moment. So we did some analysis, and basically we came to the conclusion of right now that we want people to send 3 messages to their buddy. So that is our goal. So people who sent 3 messages were more likely to come back the next day. So that's basically the main reason why we chose that. So our goal is to help users reach 3 messages faster. So how we're going to do that is we're going to cut onboarding steps so that there's a faster time to the first message. And by doing that, they're going to get to 3 messages faster, and therefore they're going to reach the aha moment faster. So now it's time to redesign and rebuild the app. So that was a bit of a short update, but everything moving forward, we're going to share more insights and learnings that you can apply as well. So what's next for us? We are currently working on the 1.10 version, which will be live hopefully by the end of the week. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.